First of all, I didn't even know you was back.
Yeah.
I thought you was still like MIA.
Yeah.
And then I just took a little while. I was like, you know what? Maybe she in town. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I've been back for some time. Yeah. Just really be keeping my head to the ground.
You got to, man. Life is it's beating us up out here.
Yeah.
Life is literally beating us up out here, man. I don't know what's going on, but Mother Nature need to get it together.
It's definitely a universal shift happening.
Yeah. It is. It definitely is.
Yeah. It's that age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it is.
You know, like.
Yeah, let's cause man.
All this turmoil happening, like something bound, like it's building up to something for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just like how we're handling it now is gonna determine, like, you know, for that big thing, are we gonna be ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like something that we hope for or that we, you know, if
we not prepared for it, we just gonna be like, oh shit.
2020 caught us with our goddamn pants down, you feel me? So it's just like, if anything,
definitely caught us slipping, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
so
it definitely caught us slipping. Niggas definitely wasn't prepared. Like, and I know we weren't prepared because we do more complaining. We do way more complaining than like.
If anything,
like it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Why you complaining, nigga? We got caught slipping. Yeah, like multiple movies told us this shit was gonna happen, nigga. Like, come on now. Like, if anything, they should have been done had the damn vaccine done instead of trying to, oh man, we need to take this. Like, nigga, y'all just did a vaccine in a whole year, but niggas is still dying. Like, come on, bro.
Still can't find no cure for AIDS. But
bro, come on, talk to me, bro. I just posted that shit like a year for a damn vaccine that many of us is fighting off, many of us is dying from, but y'all still ain't got no cure for AIDS, syphilis, chlamydia. Y'all still ain't got no fucking cure for this shit, but it took y'all a year to come up with this shit. And I was like, alright, somebody gonna have to explain it to me.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to holler at Trump, but I guess he got scared I was gonna assassinate him, but that's another story. That's another story. We ain't gonna talk about that nigga. Should give him some more publicity.
Yeah.
But shit, man. How you been, man?
I've been good. Like, really just on a come up, like, focus.
Yeah.
And just, like, it's a shift.
It's a shift.
You know? Like, I feel like I'm getting my shit together for real, for real. Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm 22, so it's like, at this point, it just feels immaculate.
Yeah, that's how you gotta explain
like,
it, man.
Like, if I feel like this right now, you know, it's just...
More to come.
Yeah.
More to come, man.
Like, that's all I can really say. Like, the shit that I experience on the daily is just like, you know, so much gratitude. That's all I can say. Like,
and let's see.
So
now, how did you get into poetry? Like, where did that come from? Like, as long as I've been knowing you, I didn't know you was doing it. Then I just log on Instagram and then just see this video and everybody's going crazy. Like everybody's going crazy. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. It came from, the seed was planted probably like elementary. Like, I went to I went to a performing arts school. You feel me? And for theater. So I've been studying theater, then moved here in 2013, and then went to high school, National School of the Arts, continued studying theater. And then, I don't know if you heard of Southern Word, but yeah, Southern Word was coming around to high schools and doing like workshops and stuff like that. So, you know, like Black Sun, yeah, he was like a mentor.
Yeah, shout out to Black. Shout out to Black.
So, like, started going to the after school workshops at the downtown library, started writing, started meeting people, you know, started doing slams, and then it was a Black History program in my school. This is junior year, and I wrote the infamous America poem. And that's probably, like, if anybody knows me, that's the poem. So, performed that one. It like blew up. Like went to New York, performed it at the Apollo.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like this one poem was doing so much for me. Started writing more poems.
Yeah.
And it just kind of went from there. Went to Howard and joined this collective of like creatives. They were called 150 Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And doing spoken word there, more open mics, slams, started winning those. And just like, I've always been like real performative with it. So it's just like, that's the one thing I've always heard is like, I feel the passion, or, like this definitely is the truth, or, like it was meant for somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I enjoy most about what I do. So, came back here because I dropped out of Howard. Like, I went there for like 1 year.
Man, niggas be like,
and I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. And came back here. And then I guess this one I got like in the Nashville scene of creatives.
Yeah.
Started going to open mics here at the Broken Spoke with On the Ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Po Boys and Poets. Shout out to Po Boys and Poets. And you feel me, doing open mics, doing shows, started doing features, other places, getting booked, started getting paid. I said, whoa! Like, you feel me? Like, damn, I can really do something with this. And then just kept at it.
Yeah.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Now, when you, with the infamous poem, do you feel like you have a, like staying fresh and consistent with it? Like, do you feel the need, like you, like everybody know this poem, I gotta keep reinventing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, something has to be better than this. Like, I gotta keep going.
I feel you. Like, as far as writing new pieces or doing that piece, like
writing new pieces.
When I write a new piece, it just be like what I feel like needs to be heard, really. So really, when I write pieces, it's just like, my writing process is kind of like weird right now.
Yeah.
But you feel me? It really goes like something pops in my head and I go write it in my notes.
Yeah.
And then like, you feel me? I do this over and over and over again. And then I'm like, oh shit, that can go with this and this. And then I just start stringing it, filling it in, tweaking it until like, you feel me? I got something.
You got something.
Yeah.
Now, do you, with writing, and you said like you feel like something, whatever needs to be said, then it pops up in your head. Yeah. Do you create? Does it like somebody in personal life, like friends or somebody, give you that idea, or do you like notice something around the world and then create that character and then give it to the world so that you get that feedback from them, like, oh damn, I could relate to that?
All of it. Like, I'm really writing about what I'm inspired by, which is what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's like, you feel me, just the world, like the people that are around me. Like, I may have something about what I know, or what I know people want to hear, or what I feel like, needs to be heard, like, or will be received well, but still have like substance. And I guess that's kind of like my style. Like, I speak like the truth, but like I sprinkle that like hood rat shit on it, because I know we like that ratchet shit.
Definitely.
So and just make it work, the duality in it. For sure.
Now, would you say your appetite for poetry keeps growing every day?
I wish it did. Like, you feel me? And I'm getting to the point where it is. Like just being inspired. Like I really like have like these expectations of myself, just because I feel like I know what I'm capable of and what has already been. And then I'm just like, I can't be slacking. And so like I have all these ideas, but then like I fail to execute because that fear of not meeting what I had expected. And so once I just write, I'm just writing, and then it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Are you too hard on yourself? Do you think you're too hard on yourself, or are you too light on yourself?
No, I'm probably too hard on myself. Like, I do want to have a little bit more self-discipline to where I am, like, you know, at least writing every day. And then, like, just taking it a little bit more serious and, like, you know, just doing a damn thing. Like really committing to it.
Yeah.
Like, committing to it for sure.
Do you think you procrastinate sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Really? How long does it take? Now, you say you write them in your notes. How long does it take you to come back to that poem? Or to that basic idea, that main idea? How long does it take you to come back to it? Because I know, you know, with me being a writer, it might take me a month to go back to something. I'll be like, man, fuck this shit. I'll be like, forget this. And then some people, it can be like 5, 10, 30 minutes and they're back like, oh, you know what, boom. How long does it take, Kim?
Probably like, it depends on how inspired I am by it. Like, if I feel like, you know, because when I write for the stage. Like, most of the time, if I'm doing my spoken word, then I'm like writing for the stage, just because I have that theater training, you know, that stage presence training, and I know what looks good and, you know, inflection. So I'm writing for the stage. But you know, if I feel like it can be a piece, I'll come back to it. Like, I'll try to, like, really crank it out, and I'll be on that for, like, a while. Like, I'll be on it, you know, for a good part of this day, and then, like, you know, for at least a week until I feel like it's a good length, or I feel like I've exhausted it, like it's reached this point, and, you know, I'll come back to it maybe a week or two later, and then it'll take me, like, actively, like, when I'm in writing process of a whole piece, probably takes me a month. Yeah.
That's understandable. That's like we should. That's understandable. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Do you believe in writer's block? You think that's a real thing, or do you think it's just us more so? Not even writer's block, just putting too much on our mind and then like trying to force it. We don't want to force it. We want it to be natural. So do you believe in writer's block?
I definitely believe in putting too much stress on myself, and then that can lead to my writer's block.
Okay.
Because you know, I'm just not flowing. Yeah. So, like, I can always just flow. If there's any point where I'm not flowing, then I'm not, you know. So, yeah.
Now, do you think someone could be a writer if they don't feel the emotion behind like the art period? Like, do you think there's some artists or poets, well, let's just say writers, that don't have any emotion behind their writing? Do you think they could still be great?
Definitely. Everybody has the potential to be great. Now, it's just like who you reach, you know, with what you're talking about may not be the same audience as somebody else. But, you know, to each his own.
Just depends.
Yeah.
Just depends.
It just depends.
Do you remember the first poem you read? Or put it like this: is there a poem that made you cry?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll tell you this much. I've always liked the poem that's like "Life Ain't Been No Crystal Stair," and then also "Ain't I a Woman." Yeah.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
That's been like since.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that one, and "Still I Rise."
That's a good one right there.
So.
That's a good one. I like Still I Rise. Which leads to your cover art as "I Am a Woman."
Yeah.
I had to put that, man. I had to put
you
that.
On it.
I had to. What would you tell the younger you to make you become an even better writer? If you can go back in time and tell her, like, hey, look, what would you tell
I know
yourself?
exactly. It would to just write. Because, going through a lot of things emotionally, I feel like that would definitely help me today, just like learning to control your emotions is not as like right there, that's all I gotta say, you feel me? Like truly doing the work, that stuff is no joke. So it's just like, going through those experiences as a child, like where I felt this emotion or this feeling or this experience, just writing about it.
I feel you on that. Yeah. That's what I would tell myself too. Nigga, quit procrastinating, damn it.
Yeah.
God.
Do the work. Like I would tell myself also to do the work. Like I definitely went through high school without writing a single paper. Like, but I love to read and write on my own time. But just like in school, when I'm not inspired by it,
because they don't give us nothing to inspire us.
Yeah.
Like, I got in trouble for saying that to a teacher. Like, you don't. For me to actually want to sit here and write what you want me to write, you have to inspire me. And I see a lot of the younger generation, a lot of younger kids and toddlers going through that. Like, virtual learning is an example. Like, that's the dumbest shit y'all could ever done. They're not inspired to want to do work, and then y'all got them sitting in front of a computer. They want to learn on their own.
They want to...
Like, they want to learn, God forbid, YouTube. They want to learn shit from YouTube or Google search, not sit here and listen to you. You don't even want to, the teacher don't even want to be in front of the camera. So what makes you think, you don't even want to be in front of the students at school. So what makes you think they're going to be inspired to learn? And like a lot of times I think that plays a lot in some of the kids not wanting to do what they want to do musically or artistic wise, writing wise, anything, like because we're not inspired by y'all like as teachers. And it's just like I understand what you're saying, like like because it's just tough. They make it tough on us, especially as black kids. Like it's real tough on us. Now with your performance, like I've caught some of the performances on Instagram. Like one hell of a performer. Like one hell of a performer. When you go out there and give your performance, do you feel like your performance helps with your writing?
Yeah. I feel like definitely, cause it's just certain entendres that are expressed like better as a performance. So it's just like when I'm able to let you know what I mean by this when I'm saying this, like it helps me write more of those that are like fire, like when you see them. So yeah, for sure.
How do when people come to you and they give you the feedback, how do you handle the negative? Have you ever gotten negative feedback from anything, or?
I mean, I've gotten negative feedback from, like, on some black shit. Like, of course, the people who would be offended by some black shit, like, that's not true. Or, like, like that kind of shit. But it's just, like, it's facts. So, I mean, nothing on the, like, other end that I'm concerned with, because, it hurts your feelings because you're entitled and, privileged, but nothing to be concerned with.
White people. My bad, y'all don't be mad at me, but shit, we all know it's the truth. We all know it's the truth. Like, do you feel like your particular art form is underappreciated when it comes to artwork and music?
Yeah.
Do you feel like poetry is underappreciated?
I just feel like it doesn't have enough exposure,
Mm-hmm.
and that probably could lead to some underappreciation just because people, if you don't know it, how can you really appreciate it? If you aren't seeing it as much as this, then you won't. Like when some people are so, they really don't know about poetry. They think it's roses are red, violets are blue. They think all poems are like that. You feel me? So it's just like, it's just people who don't know.
Yeah.
So
I feel you on that.
it's just poetry can be so much.
Yeah.
And and you can really have fun with it, and it's so powerful, and it can take you to so many places, just like music.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, but it's just like, it's just so raw to me.
Yeah.
Especially like, when you feel like a person is really like pouring them into that piece and being so vulnerable to share it, in this space. And just like, it's just healing every time though. Especially if that was your intention behind writing it. And I think that's very important too. Like, it, of course, like you said earlier, like, if somebody doesn't have the feeling, like, everything is about intention. So, like, if you're just writing to write, like, of course it's not gonna, like, it's gonna be something that sound good. But if you're doing it to impact, to empower, to change, to inspire change, like, then it just, the purpose. So yeah.
Now, I didn't ask you, who is your favorite poet? Who's your go-to poet that you be like, man, you know what, let me read something, this is gonna get me out of this funk?
I love Jasmine Mans. Yeah, she's amazing. I really listen to a lot of music, and that inspires me.
Yeah.
So
who's your favorite artist?
And
so many.
Yeah. Wow. Frank Ocean.
Definitely. The GOAT.
Daniel. Brent.
There's a lot of them.
There's just so many.
A lot of great artists, man.
Yeah.
Daniel will probably be one of my go-tos. And Brent definitely a go-to.
Yeah.
Because they just, man.
But I definitely follow some fire poets. Like, there's Obi West, there's Matt Capone, there's Nick Jonas. Like, poets and poets. Like, they just got fire poets. Like, period. So it's just like, every time I go, like, to a performance and I see, like, you feel me, one of them perform and just, like, set me on fire. It's just like, damn, let me hop in my motherfucking head. Like, damn. So, you feel me? Like, it's all around. Like, really, I find inspiration from all art. And, because it's really spoken word, I feel like it's just so versatile, because it's just like storytelling. It's the most ancient, you feel me, craft.
Definitely.
So, it's sacred.
Yeah. So with you saying that, do you feel like it's a spiritual practice?
It definitely can be. Yeah, and it is with the intention.
Yeah.
Like, if you're writing, after, like, to work through your emotions, then yeah, like, that's something that you're working on your journey. And if you're writing to cope with something, then then it did it for you.
Definitely.
And it's just, it's sacred, for sure.
Yeah. How do you balance life and poetry? Your life and poetry. How do you balance it? Does poetry balance that for you? Is that balance that levels everything that's going on in the world? Does that level it out?
Definitely, because when I'm not, active with it, I can observe a correlation to, just me not quite where I need to be, you know. So if I'm on my poetry, then more than likely I'm on, you know, every other goal and path that, you know, I need to be hitting. So it do everything. It really do everything.
Now, what is some goals and heights that you want to reach with poetry? Like, I know you say you're a little hard on yourself. Where do you want it to go, or how far do you want poetry to take you?
I was just having this conversation the other day. Like, wherever it will. Like, honestly, you know, what I want to do is travel and to experience life everywhere, you know. And so, and if poetry helps me connect with these people who may not know anything that I'm saying, but they can feel it, you know. And then also that's something that I'm working on. It's just like learning languages. So it's just like, it's just different ways. Like, language is just so interesting to me.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Definitely.
So it's just like, that's the one barrier that we can have with like somebody, you know, different. Like, it's so amazing to me how I can go to another country and we can't understand each other, but it's just like this, the feeling and the gestures is all the same.
Yeah,
like,
definitely, because I was just talking about that with somebody. Like, dude, it's amazing how our language changed. But if you're a baby and a foreigner comes and talks to the baby, it's like the baby understands them more than they understand us. And like, it's just amazing. It's like it blows my mind every time it happens, because I'll be like sitting here trying to talk to my daughter and she'll look at me like I'm stupid. And then like one of the foreigners will come and talk to her and they don't even know English, and she's just like giggling and laughing. I'm like, all right, so like you personally know these people, don't you?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. She was smiling me up when I walked in there too.
Bruh, it's your spirit, man. It's your spirit, man. It's your spirit. Which leads me, like, if you could, man, what would you say your spirit animal is?
A cat.
Why a cat?
Just 'cause cats seem to show up in very important times in my life, and you know, always like just, you know, just everything, like just the independence, the unbotheredness, the sassiness.
Yeah, they definitely unbothered.
The you know, but there's also the sweet, the loving nature, you know, but also the like feisty, the I'll scratch you, you know, the like there's just so much to a cat.
Definitely is. Is there a period in your life that you write more about, that people have to catch on, that friends and family have to catch on to?
Like specific to me?
Yeah. Like, which part of your life have you written about, like from a child, teenager to an adult?
Wow. Probably like my childhood, like just, you know, those traumas that I didn't deal with then. So, you know, to now.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, just because like, well, yeah, childhood, because like I'm always, I guess, journaling about it because I'm doing my inner child work.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess naturally that's what I'm going
to jot down everything. Yeah, I feel you on that. What if you could, would you write a book of poetry, or just a book period?
I surely would. Yeah, I was actually like thinking about a project. Books are cool. I'm really looking at the audio, like route to it. Just getting my voice, because I think it's also my voice.
Yeah.
So just working with that and just putting it to rhythm and seeing how that goes, because it's one thing to write a poem and just say it however I feel, but just to like get some like sound.
Yeah.
It's just.
Now, have you tried it yet?
Yeah. It's definitely. It's crazy. Like I got this piece that I'm working on that's probably gonna drop. I definitely know I want to drop in February. Okay. So there's
definitely.
announcement. Yeah, for sure.
There we go for the part 2.
Be looking out for something in February from Mama. But yeah, awesome. Like in this one specifically, like I think it's just a message that our Black men really need to hear, especially like, the kind of men who would even think that capital shit was real. So,
don't get me started on that again, man. Because I really want to know what the hell was wrong with dude, bro. Like, that's don't get me started on that again.
So it's definitely like something like cool. Like I've also had a performance with it before. Like Tani. Yeah, I was in her show last year before last, and like I had the whole band behind me, and like the lights and the costume, and it was just like, and so like now I'm just like working on probably like making a project. Yeah.
Now, do you Google yourself? Like, do you Google yourself to see if like you popped up anywhere? Like, man, like, damn, I'm known in Cali. What the hell? Oh shit, I'm known over here in London. Like, what the fuck?
I've had so many names, but yeah, like as they are my name, I Google them. I Google them as they're relevant, and of course, like just my social media profiles will come up. Or like people that I'm associated with or whatever, but or just like things that I've done, like if I've been published in something, or that kind of stuff. But no. You said, do I Google myself? Yeah, as far as seeing like where I am, the statistics on Instagram, but like just seeing where people are, that shit is dope.
How far you've come, each step. Because I know I do that shit. Every day. I gotta check like, man, where I'm at, right? Like, now, if you could give up one thing to become a better writer, what would you give up? TV.
Like, not even Netflix. Like, just like streaming.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I know we don't even watch TV. It's just strictly Hulu or Netflix. And now they done came out with the damn Disney Plus. So it's like, damn, childhood. It's like, bro, I get to watch everything like here, and it be kind of hard because you can get stuck on that couch or in the bed, and everything is just you and the TV, and everything else is just gone. It's just like writing. You're just in your zone watching just binge watching a show or something, or even a movie. So I definitely feel you on that, cause that's one thing I'm trying to give up. Cause that's definitely, FTV, shout out to B. FTV. Like I did that.
Alright, so.
Let's get it, man. Does your family support your writing, your poetry?
My mom does. Like, that's my immediate family. Like I said, I moved here, but my family in Mississippi, like, they really don't know what I do. Like, I'm not as connected with them as, I would like to be. But, the few that know, like, it's been, like, crazy feedback. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, You know, like, damn, that's love.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Me.
That's good, man. Well, man, that's everything from the interview, man. I appreciate you stopping through. Like I said, I didn't know you was in town. I thought you was still up there in Washington somewhere gone.
Yeah.
Like, but I definitely appreciate you coming through, letting the people, just getting you out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I said, like I started this for just, not even Nashville, just for artists, period, so we can get known. And I felt like you were definitely one of the artists that needed more exposure and needed to get known, because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people really don't pay attention to the poetry.
Right.
And like, your style is just powerful. So I appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yeah,
like,
this
definitely.
was love. Like, no, literally, this is the kind of stuff that I need. So I appreciate you
we
for
definitely
like
gotta do a part 2.
having the vision, like to begin with. So yeah,
I appreciate that. I want you to come back, and when you drop that, like, I would definitely love for you to come and perform it on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like, matter of fact, a whole show. Like,
yeah.
I would love to do a whole show with just you performing that.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, so I would definitely love that. And I also, man, I got a panel coming up, a controversial panel, and the topic is definitely gonna be Black women.
Mm-hmm.
So, and basically Black women in America, and what I got a panel of, I want to say 4 or 5 guys, and then 4 or 5 women, just to everybody to hear our thoughts on what we go through and how Black women are treated and perceived in America. And I feel like you'll definitely fit that.
For sure.
So I'd be honored if you do that too. So it's gonna be you, G Slab, 2 L's. So I feel like that's gonna be dope. I'm actually trying to get a venue for us.
Mm-hmm.
So if they let me get a big venue, then I'll probably sell tickets. Cause I feel like that'd be something everybody wants to watch. And so, especially with these great artists, like, if we sold out Marathon Music work with just local artists, imagine what else we could do, like, crazy, like, it's gonna go wild. But I appreciate you for stopping through, man, and let everybody know where they can find you. Like,
for sure. For the most part, Instagram, which is for MaMa, FORMAMA _. You can check out my YouTube. It's just MaMa. Well, not, it's just MaMa. MaMa. And yeah, tap in. Hit me up. I'm open to collab. Like, do all kinds of, like, whatever I can get my hands in.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Definitely. Well, man, we holla at y'all, man, and thank y'all for tuning in on this episode, man. Shout out to Mama for coming through, and y'all be on the lookout for part 2, or basically a whole concert. This is pretty like a whole session just for y'all. So holla at y'all. We gonna get it poppin'. Definitely, man.
Hey, that was dope.
Man, that right there. Damn, a lot of people tuned in. Hell yeah. Shout out y'all, man. Shout out y'all. Yo, look at y'all. Look at y'all beautiful people, man. Heck yeah. Definitely. A lot of your people tuned in. That's what's up. Heck yeah. Boom.
I'm into